Hi everyone, welcome to day 2 of the Makeover workshop, and today we are talking about probably my favorite part, which is offers. And I have so many things to say about upgrading your offers, going premium with your offers, and generally feeling more aligned with the offers that you sell. We're going to talk about rates, we're going to talk about curriculums, we're going to talk about different types of offers, we're going to talk about clients, realigning with your clients, targeting certain types of clients, premium clients, misaligned clients, sticky client situations, offers that you no longer want to sell, how to switch without income dips, like all the things, offers, and clients that you could possibly think about. This is something that I've done for so long, and this is my zone of genius. This is where I excel. This is the epicenter of my business. This is what people come to me for. This is where this is my playground. So I love talking about this. If you have questions for me, please make sure you drop them in the comments. Hi everyone, say hi when you're here. I probably will not interact with a lot of the comments during this training because I want to make sure that I'm focused and giving you the most value. Like I said yesterday, if you're here for the first time, hi, my name is Eva Kalvik. I'm a business mentor, marketing strategist. I've been doing this for almost 7 years, and I really want to focus and I want to make sure I'm delivering everything that you need to do the best work possible in your business, make a fuck ton of money, and walk away from this like you would walk away from a paid workshop. Hi, Kemi. Hi, Amanda. So if I don't respond right now, don't take it personally. It's only because I'm focusing on everything that I want to teach you and everything that I want to say to you and all the value that I want to give to you, because I'm treating you like you were my client right now. But I will come back to the comments. I will answer the comments. If not during the workshop time, then after the workshop is done, I will do that. I want to make sure that we are communicating and connecting. So I absolutely will do that. For now, if there's anything you want to ask, you can either tag me in the group or drop it inside the comments and I will get to you. This particular day is important because offers are like the life force of your business. They are the epicenter of your business. And where a lot of people think they have a marketing problem or a mindset problem or any other kind of problem, most of the time they have an offer problem. It's either not a match with the client they want to sell to, or it's not a match with what they actually want to sell, or it's very difficult for them to match the messaging to the offer. But usually the problem is the offer. And until your first million, usually it's about getting the offer and messaging right. So we're really going to focus on that. Let me just make sure that there's no more requests, because yesterday when I finished up, there were like quite a few. Okay, there's a couple. And then we can get started. Of course, you have access to the replays. Hi, Andy. So you can watch them on your own time. But I always like the live energy. Okay, guys, so I have my notes with me, but there probably will be tangents because this is my playground. Okay, so once you reach a point of consistent money making in your business, and that point is like you're researching. At first, people research. They try different formulas, different things, different offers. I know personally I went through all the things. I wanted to try memberships. I wanted to try courses. I wanted to try one-to-one masterminds, low ticket, high ticket, mid ticket, all the business models, done for you, done with you, DIY, like everything was exciting. And I kept going from offer to offer, trying to see what made sense, but also trying to hit the silver bullet. Like, what is going to make me a millionaire now, today, tomorrow? Like, I want to be a millionaire. Hello. Like, is it a membership? Is it a high ticket? Is it a mastermind? And a lot of the marketing in the online space, just so that you're aware, is geared towards newbies. It's geared towards people who don't know what they want, who don't know what works for them, who are looking for the magic cure to make money. And a lot of it fast. So a lot of the marketing in the online space is like, hey, this offer is going to make you a millionaire. This offer is going to make you 6 figures. This offer is going to make you multi-6 figures. Here's the thing. And when you hang out in high-level masterminds with people who make a lot of money, you will always hear that. It's like, yeah, no, that's not how it works. You have to find an offer or an offer suite that works for you and deepen the knowledge of how you market yourself. how you market yourself, how you get more clarity and depth on your own message towards the client that you want to work with. And the specificity is inward, not outward, looking for the magic bullet. So while the search era in your business where you're searching for things that work for you is important because you have to understand what you like and don't like, it's not about finding the magic fix, because there isn't one. So if you are still in your head somewhere thinking like there has to be a magic fix, and it's very tempting because a lot of people are so good at that. Like they're good at telling you, you know, if you just go the high ticket route and you just focus on our high ticket system that has made Shelly $300,000 in 7 days, that's really tempting, especially if you have a deep desire to make $300,000 in 10 days. From a marketing standpoint, if you don't have an audience, if you don't have credibility, if you don't have authority, and if you don't have systems in place to get that done, it's not going to happen. So there is a lot of false promises. There is a lot of hype marketing around the online space. And the reality is that, you know, if you speak to people who have done this for a long time, if you speak to people who are very wealthy, like they also all agreed this is not how it works. And even having worked behind the scenes of businesses who have that kind of marketing, I can tell you for a fact that that's not how it works. And the marketing is created that way, which is unfortunate, but it's just the way that it is. And some people have to find out for themselves. In fact, most have to find out for themselves that you find your own blueprint, and you will, okay? But the first $1 million is about your offers, your messaging, and the clients you work with. Like, you have to find the right mix for yourself. You end up realizing that every upgrade is about getting deeper on, like, what do I want to sell, and how does my portfolio look like? Like, what is my message? Like, my message towards my people and, like, the client that I want to work with, me specifically, how do I get clear on that? But not based on somebody else's idea, but, like, based on what I want. And going deeper on what is aligned for me, what I'm here for, what I'm not here for, and making empowered decisions, because I understand a lot about business now. I'm learning more and more. And I know there isn't a coach or a mentor that is going to magically fix it, but I know that I can work with someone who's going to hold space and give me options and illuminate different ways so I can choose my runway and take off to another upgrade. That's how it works. Well, if you really want a sustainable business that exists for longer than a year or two, and actually makes more and more money. Like, I've been around for 7 years, and that's how I've come to that conclusion. Like, I've tried the formulas, I've tried the different things. Like, to have sustainability and longevity, you really have to understand that finding mentors who only see one way and trying formulas that only tell you there's one way is very short-lived, because you're going to realize that, well, your way is going to change, you're going to evolve, your life is going to evolve, you're going to require more ways, more different types of products, offers, your business is going to change, your needs are going to change, and you're going to need the skills to understand how to evolve with your business, how to evolve your offers, how to evolve your marketing, your messaging, how to evolve your client. And that skill is important to learn. So when you're choosing mentors, when you're choosing how to do business, focus on the skill, not on the formula, the hack, the framework, the skill. Because the skill is what is going to allow you every time you upgrade to make that good decision for you at that moment, to choose the right runway from which you're going to take off to your next upgrade. Like, you're literally like a plane, choosing the right lane from which you're going to take off to your next upgrade. And mentorship, and the way that I personally like to run mentorship, and the way that I have found is really great for a lot of people and for myself, is not telling people this is the way because it worked. It's telling people, okay, let's illuminate different options. Let's see which one you're pulled towards. Let's discuss, like, what makes sense and what possibly could go wrong. Let me help you choose one. Let me hold space for you to sit with it. Let's see what comes up. So when you listen to me, when I'm talking about different things in those trainings that we're going to go through today, tomorrow, what we talked about yesterday, I want you to kind of have that approach so that you make the most of this. What I'm saying isn't the only way. What I'm saying is I'm giving you options. I'm telling you about things that have worked, haven't worked. I'm telling you about experiences. I'm sharing stories. I'm sharing my story. I'm sharing client stories, but I'm not giving you a recipe because there isn't one. And I can only get as deep as I can being on the other side of this camera with you. And if I'm working with you, and in your business, there is more room for anticipating what you may want, need, what may work for you. But I'm going to do my best to give you the widest kind of range of like, this could work and that could work and this usually doesn't and this tends to, but there's this and this disadvantage to going that route. So that's how I usually run my trainings, and that's how I usually approach things, because I don't believe in formulas, frameworks, boxes, and shit like that. I don't work with newbies. I don't enjoy working with newbies. I work with women who understand business, who have had a business for a while, who understand sales, marketing, and who are looking to upgrade, who are looking to go to the next level, who are looking to find their runway that they can take off from and go and make more money, change the client they work with, realign offers, realign messaging, right? Realign what they're doing so their business gets to be more fulfilling, gets to make a fuck ton more money. And I never tell them, look, this is the way for you. I don't know what the fuck the way for you is. Let's find out. Let's explore. Let's be curious to find the best way. And let's see how that evolves over time, so then we can evolve again. Because growth is evolution. So I kind of want to lead with that first. I am not a guru, an expert that knows everything about everyone. I don't know what's going to be the best thing for you. I know what works, but you get to always call the shots. So I want to empower you from the get-go. Like, you always get to call the shots, because at the end of the day, your intuition is your best business strategy. And if something feels right, even if it doesn't make sense for anybody, it may be just the right thing for you. So I want to put that out there, because a lot of the time my best business decisions have been the ones that I have made from a place of intuitive fuck yes, when everybody was like, that's not going to make any sense. And I was like, well, it feels so good in my sacral, like I have to fucking say yes to this. And it turned out to be the best decision. So just wanting to make that point for you. So when you're making a leap in your business, a lot of the time we think, well, it has to be something revolutionary. Like a leap on its own, just the word, the leap, feels so big and revolutionary. And it feels like it has to be dramatic, like a leap has to be dramatic. But in fact, a leap usually doesn't. And, better, it shouldn't be that dramatic. Like, we don't want a dramatic business, right? We want a business that feels good and safe and stable and calm in our nervous system, right? And, on the contrary, from the outside, we hear like just explode, crush, like this formula is gonna fucking like make you insanely rich. Great. A lot of the time, what we really want, though, is just a calm kind of like increase, abundance of money and amazing clients. And we don't really want to feel that we have to somehow double the effort, go crazy with the work that we do to get the money in, make some insane change that's going to make us feel like we're losing control over what we're doing. We don't want to spend more time working and lose time with our family, our kids, lose self-care time. A lot of the time, growth feels scary because it feels like we have to sacrifice for the growth to come in. And I want to say from the get-go, growth doesn't require sacrifice. Growth requires recalibration. And it's very strange sometimes to go on my feed and see people talking about like, you just have to burn it down and change everything. And that's when I'll like, let go, jump off the cliff. No, that's not mature, thought through, nervous system, loving growth. That's not how I teach it. That's not how I look at it. I feel like recalibrating in alignment with your nervous system and your vision is the growth. Growth to me is understanding that you don't have to do crazy things to have incredible, stable, big growth that honors what you actually want in your life, right? So let's set that standard right now. We're not looking at growth that is going to completely fuck up your life, that is going to make you a slave to your computer and your phone, where your kids are going to see more of your phone than your face. The growth I'm talking about is not the kind of growth where you're going to be so anxious and scared because there's going to be so many clients and so many calls and so many people wanting things from you that you're going to have to expand your team to like God knows how many people. I don't want a big team, personally. I don't want a massive team. I love a simple business. I love a simple tech in my business. Even though I have a background in tech and I'm really good at tech, I don't want a lot of tech. I want simplicity. I want ease. I want breathing room for things that I want to do in my life. I want lazy time. I want naps and money, and a lot of it, so that I have resources to do the things in this world that I want to and came here to do, right? So the growth that I want isn't growth that sweeps me off my feet and makes me feel like I can't handle this. I want growth that expands me in a very comfortable, but also it's stretchy, but it's not stressful. It's comfortable, but in a kind of like, oh, I can feel it, but it's not like, oh, fuck. It's like taking a really big shit and it's really hard and really stressful and you're sweating. Not like that. It's a very nice, expansive, like, yes, I really needed this. It's like a good massage, right? That's how I want you to feel about this growth. So let's change the way we think about it. And instead of chasing that validation and popularity contests of let's have $100K day now, let's do everything we can to have that $100K day, let's sell 10 one-to-ones, 20 one-to-ones, let's pack those calls. I don't care about that. You don't have to do that. That leads to a very reactive business model. And a lot of the time what's taught in this space is reactive business models. Business models where it's like, oh, you're not having a $100K launch? Should you try our new strategy where we overbook you, overstress you, and you take all this shit on and you have a $100K day and then you post on social media, everybody loves you, and then you suddenly disappear and nobody knows where you went because you had a mental breakdown? No. There's so many entrepreneurs in a cycle where they hit a big level in their business without the systems, without the prep, without the team, without anything in place, just for the clout, just for the, oh my God, I am a $100K launch coach. I am a $100K day coach. I am a 6-figure fucking month coach. I am a whatever. Driven by ego. And then they realize, holy shit, am I going to ever hit it again? Is it ever going to happen again? What am I going to do with all these people? And then it's a slow downhill fucking ride. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in hitting the money that I want and staying there and getting on a pool float and floating on it until the end of time. And growing and growing and growing. I'm not interested in hitting it once, posting on social media, getting some girls, getting some people wanting to work with me just because I made a lot of money, which they're not going to be great clients, by the way, and then sliding all the way down to shit town and having a depression because now I'm a shit coach who's no longer making 100K days. So getting into that cycle is very dangerous. A lot of people get into it. And a lot of the time it's about change your business model. It's going to do wonders for you. Go all high ticket. No, do a membership. You have to slow down and make sure that you are not reacting in your business if you want to upgrade. Upgrades are about slowing down and going in, not going outward to look at what everyone else is doing. You have to go inward. Because a lot of the time when you seek outward solutions, you're addressing symptoms, but not the core problems that need to be addressed in order for you to actually grow. Okay? And instead of creating a business that truly serves you and solves the core problems, you're just reaching out for like low-hanging fruit. Oh yes, let's do this because this coach and that coach, they're all making so much money. You don't know what they're making. You don't know what's actually going on behind the scenes. You don't know how many credit cards it took to dress her like head to toe in YSL. You don't know how in the red she is really behind the scenes. You don't know if it's even her money or the husband that's making a fuck ton of money in corporate, killing himself to pay for her 6-figure launch. You don't know that. Let me just put that out there, okay? So following these formulas is kind of like operating from wounding. It's not coming from a place of power. If you want to create a business that comes from a place of power, you look inside and ask yourself, okay, so what the fuck do I want next? Just like we talked about yesterday. What do I want next? And I'm going to walk you through that. We're going to go through it in a very honest way now. I'm going to walk you through what I walk my clients through. A powerful woman doesn't look at other women and say, okay, she's doing that, let me do that. A powerful woman sits down and asks herself, well, okay, so what do I want? What is it that I want? How would my business feel at the next level? Like if I was making twice what I'm making right now, what would it feel like to make that from a place of like real desire and ease and fun? What would those offers look like? Intentionally. Like if I could just sit there and think, well, the next 6 months I'm covered. What are my offers like? The ones that cover my ass for 6 months. And the clients, what are they like? Not what Susie's doing, not the offer party that Amanda's doing or whoever the fuck is doing. Like, we don't care about that. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes of their business. We don't know who's financing the shoes and the bags. We don't know if that's actually their money or not their money. We don't know that. You can't base your business strategies on somebody else's social media feed because you have no proof. If that's actually the business money or the husband money or the family trust fund or if it's just for show. You don't know that. You have to base it on your own desire, on your own vision, on who you are becoming, not who somebody else is showing up as. That is so important because it's a big problem in this space. A lot of women are comparing themselves constantly, thinking that somebody else has the answers, is wiser, knows better. That's not true. You have wisdom. You just are not using it. So let's tap into that wisdom. Number 1. You do not rush through the creation process anymore as that next level woman. If you're creating offers as a next level woman, your offers are an art. What you create, what you offer, how you show up is an art. It is a way of expressing your biggest, truest purpose with the world. So you are not just shitting something out there to make money, to make a few thousand. No, that's not what it is. You are sharing something revolutionary with the world. You are leading women towards something massive. And you are going to spend time to think about what that is and how you're going to do it. A lot of women create offers because they saw something that sold and now they're doing their own offer party or they're doing their own, special sale or flash sale. No, you don't get to be reactive in a business that is making $700,000, $800,000, $1 million, $2 million, $5 million. They just don't do that. They don't sit down and think, hey, I'm just going to fucking shit out an offer. It's too big of a deal. You sit down and you think about it in peace. You process it. Instead of making reactive and impulsive decisions, you focus on that intentional, mature decision making that aligns with you. And you actually ask yourself, is this coming from my need of doing what everybody else is doing? Or do I actually want this in my business? How long is it going to stay in my business? Is it a one-off? Is it worth it putting all that energy into an offer that's just going to last a season? Or are we going to pour resources into this and make it an actual part of our portfolio? What are we doing? Start treating your business like it's a real business, like it's an actual, real business. A big ass multi-million-dollar establishment where every product introduced goes through R&D. People look at it. Finance looks at it. Marketing looks at it. There needs to be a sign-off on that product. If you want a big, big business, start treating your business like it's a big, big business. Not like it's just some fucking hobby that you get to just create shit for and then scratch it, because that's a waste of your time, your energy, your resources, and you're not treating it seriously. So that is number 1. Now, the shifts, the questions that I want you to ask yourself, and I probably will post them in the group so that you actually can take a look at them. Are you creating this offer so it makes you money now? This is one of the biggest mistakes. And even though it's like one of those things that we do, like, I just want to make money now. I just want to make money now. But is that really a smart strategy? To create an offer just so it makes money now? Wouldn't it be smarter to create an offer that maybe you had to wait a little bit for that money to arrive, but then once it did, it kept coming for a month, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Wouldn't it make more sense to create an offer that keeps making you money instead of an offer that just makes money now, but it never makes money again? Because it's just as easy to sell an offer that makes money now, just like it is to sell an offer that makes money over and over again. Are you creating an offer to sustain your business? Or are you creating it out of scarcity, out of like, oh, everybody's doing this? Are you creating it for the clients who want the best deal? Or are you creating it for the clients who want the best transformation? Which client do you want? Because that's very two different types of clients. There's a client who wants the best deal, and there's a client who wants the best transformation. Now, which client do you want to work with? The client who's going to look at the price and be like, let me just check what all the other coaches are doing and see which offer is the best deal, which one is the best value for money? Or do you want to go to the client that wants the best transformation and they've had their eye on you and they're like, fuck, this offer is for me. I don't care what anybody else is doing because this woman, she's the one who's going to take me where I want to go. And I want the best transformation. And I know I have to pay a certain price for that. And I'm ready to go all in. And I'm not interested in a bargain. I'm interested in the best transformation. I am all in. I have skin in the game and I'm going in. Which client do you want? You can have both clients in your business. But which one are you going to focus most resources and energy on? Which one are you going to give direct access to you? Or are you just giving access now to anybody who will take it because you just have to hit that goal, because you just need 2 more thousand or 10 more thousand to hit that goal? What's more important to you, the long term or right now, because you have to feel validated that you are a certain type of coach with a certain type of income? What's more important? Because if you keep looking at the short term, you're going to keep waking up a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months from now, asking, why am I not still at that level that I want to be at? Because you're not playing towards that goal. You're playing for short-term goals, for short-term wins. If you want to be big, you have to play towards the big goal. And that's never short-term. Your offers have to be geared towards the big goal. Are you going to be excited to run this offer 5 months from now? Or are you going to look at it 5 months from now? And this happens so often. Somebody launches an offer. It doesn't make them a millionaire. 50 million people don't sign up. And they're like, fuck this offer. This offer's stupid. It doesn't work. I don't want this offer anymore. But it's not the offer's job to take you to the next level with one launch. Because even if you are successful as fuck, even if you are making $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month, and you launch an offer, hell, even if you're making $1 million months sometimes, and you launch an offer, that offer still can be a slow offer, or an offer that makes like, I don't know, a $20,000 launch, and then a $15,000 launch, and then a $40,000 launch before it gets bigger and bigger. Because a new offer is like a piece of work that you have to keep expanding and deepening. When I launch a new offer, honestly, I don't fucking understand what the fuck I'm doing. Like, and I'm good at this. I've been doing it for a long time. Like, this business has been sustaining my family for a long time. But when I have a new offer on my hands, I'm like, okay, so what is this, baby? Like, I need to learn how to message it. I need to learn how to sell it. I need to learn how to market it. I need to learn how to talk about it. I need to understand the messaging angles. Like, I need to understand what people respond to, what they don't. I need to understand, like, how to tell stories about it, like which stories work, which don't. And I have a ton of ideas, but I don't know which one's going to land with my market. So I have to keep trying and then extracting what works, what doesn't. And that's going to take a few launches. I'd say by launch 5, I'm like, understanding. By launch 10, I'm like, yeah, I fucking get this. Money on Demand is my signature program. I've been selling it since 2019. That's 4 fucking years. And 4 years in, I can hand this launch over to my team and they can do it because I just understand how to sell this. 4 years, that's a lot of launches. I have everything pat down, like I know everything about this fucking program, how to sell it, how to launch it, how the messaging angles, the stories, the objections. I literally, like, I just know everything about this program. But like 4 years of launching at different price points, in different iterations of the actual container. It takes time to understand your own work, like the angles, the stories you tell, the urgency emails, the early bird, the bonuses that work. It's a process. And you're also growing with it. So yeah, I started this program at the beginning of my coaching career. So I wasn't as good as I am now. Now I probably take a lot quicker to actually understand. But then I was still beginning. So I was improving the program, improving the methodology, improving all the things. I've put like, I don't know, at this point, I don't know how many women went through this program, like 400. So there's been a lot of clients through this program who gave me feedback. But now when I sell this program, it's like, it just fucking sells because I know how to sell it, because I understand it. But people give up after one launch. And this is people who are making like $20, $30, $40, $50,000 months because they're like, well, I am so good. I make so much money. And this is me. Like, I catch myself doing this. And I should be able to sell out this launch immediately. Like, there should be fucking 100 people lined up waiting with tears in their eyes to pay me, crying, praying to Jesus because I launched. Where is my line outside my door? Where are the women crying with gratitude for this program? That's not how it works. That is not how it works. You have to learn your own work. You have to learn your own messaging. You have to learn how to speak to people about your own offer and master your own stories around it and master the angles and master the launch. And it takes time. It takes time, right? And people tend to get in their ego. And I'm guilty of it too. So this is also important. Now, pricing. This is a big one that I'm also going to go into. Like, is it adequate to the service? Are you pricing it adequately? Is it a bargain? Are you scared? Why? Why are you scared to price it at the level that you want to? Do you think that you're still not ready? Do you think that, other people who are more successful or like make more money than you price it at a higher level? Let me tell you something about people that make more money than you. They may make more money than you, but that makes them good at making money. It doesn't make them good at teaching. It doesn't automatically make them good at explaining. It doesn't automatically make them good at coaching. Just because somebody is good at making money doesn't mean that they're good at everything else. They're good at making money, but they may not be good at mentorship, coaching, teaching, explaining, passing on the knowledge. You may be making less money than someone, but you may be extraordinary at coaching, mentorship, teaching, walking people through, holding space, transformation. But you may not be as good at marketing, selling, positioning, messaging, crafting offers, right? But you may be exceptional at the transformation you provide. They're just better at making money. And that's the big misconception. So if someone makes more money, they should charge more because they're making more money. Bullshit. A lot of people who make more money are shit at mentorship. They're shit at explaining ideas. They are shit at transformation. A lot of them are so disconnected from the place that their mentees are at because they're so much further along that they can't connect to that problem and that place where their mentee is at. So they're actually quite ineffective at mentorship. Not all, but a lot. So just because you are not making as much money doesn't mean that you automatically have to lower your price. Price according to deliverable. Price according to wisdom. Price according to ability to mentor and coach. Price according to what you know you can deliver. Just because you are not making as much money doesn't mean that you are automatically worse. Because pricing has nothing to do with your worth, your value, or how good you are. Pricing is just market value. You get to determine your own market value. If somebody's willing to pay that price, if you're willing to put a price on your market value, go out there and be like, this is how much this is worth, and position it, message it, pack it up in a way that is appealing to your target audience, and somebody pays for that. There it is. It's such a big misconception. Some of my shit is priced higher than people who make more than me because I know that I'm so much better at mentorship and coaching than they are, because I go deep with my people. I have a fuck ton of experience in business, 2 degrees, and thousands of women who I've coached through all the things. But I have got a different story than a lot of these women. During my time in business, I've given birth to a child. My kid was very sick for 3 years. I had to split my attention, business and my kid. I wasn't all focused on career. I was focused in 2 different places. So I had to be like, okay, business, slow down. I have other things. Everybody has a different journey. Just because you are not a multimillionaire doesn't mean you're not a fucking amazing coach who gets to charge a fuck ton of money for what you do. So shift the belief. Pricing offers isn't about, okay, I'm not a 7-figure coach, so I cannot charge more than this. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. Throw it out the window. Like Amanda Francis says, whom I fucking love, and I absolutely love all her programs. This is lies from the devil. Lies, lies, lies. That is not what you do. You charge based on the value, and the value can be immense. And it doesn't mean that, you're making this much or that much, so your value goes down. I know people who are making $5,000, $3,000, who need work on their positioning, marketing, offers, the way they message, but are so good at what they do. So much infinitely better than some of the 7-figure coaches that you see. There is no connection between price and how good you are. And if you've ever taken a program from a 7-figure coach who sucked ass and priced herself just because she was making 7 figures, you know this. Making money makes you good at making money, remember that. So don't think for a second that your price has to reflect your bank account, because that's where that little pesky fear comes from, where, for example, you have an income dip or you have a lower month. Something happens, right? And you go and you want to sell an offer. And then you're like, but I had a lower month. I had an income dip. Something happened in my business, right? How the fuck am I going to sell this if something happened in my business? I'm not worthy of getting these sales. I can't sell this because something happened. Bullshit. Because just because something happened in your business doesn't mean that you automatically lost all the knowledge you have. You have stopped being an expert because you had a lower month. Businesses dip. Businesses are not beings that go up and up and up. And if somebody's taught you that, they have no knowledge of business whatsoever. Businesses fucking dip. Businesses go up and down. What you look at is the trend. The trend, when you look at any trend, if you look at the stock market, if you look at the economy, if you look at currencies, if you look at cryptocurrencies, it's always up and down, and you look at the general trend over time. And the general trend over time will show you that it's either going up or down. But if you have a dip, it doesn't mean that you are fucking losing. You're a loser, you're not an expert, like you're not allowed to make sales anymore, you're not allowed to teach. And this is especially for people who teach money. Especially people who teach money. How to make money, how to be more abundant, money mindset, business coaches, strategists, whoever. If you're teaching money, this is especially important for you, because it's like, how am I going to teach somebody how to make money if I just had a dip? Well, you still fucking know your shit. Just because you had a dip doesn't mean that you don't know your shit. Everybody has dips. Tangent, but important. It's important to understand pricing as a strategy and as a way to repel clients and attract clients, not a way to tell people that, I'm at a certain level in business, so I'm going to keep my prices here. But if I go up a level, they're going to be here. But then if I have a dip, I'm going to go all the way to low ticket and underprice myself here. That's not how it works. A lot of people go low ticket if they feel like their self-worth took a hit. So they go and start selling like $47 offers and then realize that it's, I don't want to say just as hard, but it is something that is said. It's just as hard to sell a $47 offer like it is to sell a $20,000 offer. And that is true. And the reason why is the person who wants to buy a $47 offer is a person who's going to ask you $15 million questions. Because you're going to be like, well, am I going to get a replay? Like, is this lifetime access? Like, am I going to also get this worksheet? Like, is there going to be a PDF? Am I going to get access to you? Like, can I ask questions? Like, is there email access? Like, are you going to be live with a Q&A for a $47 offer? If you go and sell a $20,000 offer, you're probably going to have one conversation, a little bit of back and forth about what they're getting, maybe a few questions, and ask for pay in full, usually. But you're going to make $20,000 minus tax. So a lot of the time, the strategy, the reactive strategy to go low ticket because you had a dip in your business and now you just want validation that you can still make sales. And then you realize 5 people bought $47 offers from you because you think low ticket is like the validation you need. Bullshit. Go sell a high ticket, fuck you money kind of offer. There's lots of things we do that do not serve us when it comes to offers. Lots of things that are taught that do not serve us. Because we cannot stand to look in the mirror and realize that sometimes in business, we just have to tell ourselves the truth. I had a shitty month. So fucking what? It doesn't mean anything about you. You are not your business. Let's continue to do the things that we want to do. We want to make a fuck ton of money. Fuck the $47 offer. That's not your prerogative. That's not where you put your energy at this level. You go and sell the $20,000 offer. There's lots of things that you need to ask yourself. Is this serving me? Is this behavior good for me? Is this what is going to take me to that next level? Am I going to be selling $147 offers personally on my feed? Or am I going to actually go for the big stuff? Which is not to say $47 offers are bad. They're not. But that's an entry to a funnel level of an offer. It's not an offer I would spend my time actually selling, personally. Maybe for 24 hours, but I doubt. More examples. Let's have more examples. So this is what people do with offers, and maybe you'll find yourself in this. I want you to start asking questions, right? When they're at a point where they're not doing business intentionally and they're not using their offers to grow. And this is where the upgrade comes in. So this is where you may need to look if you want to upgrade your business and upgrade your offers. I'm going to give you examples for one-to-one group programs and low ticket. These are the most common: energy sucks, money sucks, and time sucks. And if you want to ask me something about your offers in particular, if you have questions, drop them in the comments for me and I will happily answer them after the workshop. Okay, so clients who charge lower rates, and I'm not saying low rates, but like too low of a rate for one-to-one, out of fear, it will be an energy suck. So they think if I charge too much, the client is going to demand a lot from me. Because again, you're tying money to output. You think if I charge more, there's going to have to be more output. That is poor people thinking. It's poor people mindset. That is not what happens. In fact, the higher the rate, the less expectation of output, the higher, just like I talked about yesterday, the higher expectation of efficiency, convenience, speed, but not output, not like the amount of work. No, it's the precision of the work. It's the problem solving at a higher level. More expensive problems. It's the convenience of how it's delivered, but it's not the amount of output. So if you're charging $10,000, the client's probably going to expect things like documents, worksheets. They're going to want tangibles, things. I'm not saying that that's always the case, but probably. probably maybe some trainings, videos. They're going to want some stuff, tangible stuff. $50,000 client can't give a fuck about tangible stuff. They don't have time to look at a doc. Maybe their assistant, but not them. They want quick, easy, convenient, like give me the answer in 3 bullet points kind of shit. And you have to have the brain capacity to create the solution, sit down and think about how to summarize it in 3 bullet points so they understand it, take it, run with it, goodbye, that's it. And have the capacity to give those solutions in a very condensed way that is easy to implement and summarize and brief and make it quick and make it easy, and it's just like they take it and they run with it. Have the capacity for quick, very intense, like transformational conversation, quick on your feet. Your game has to be on point, but it's not about amount of output. Precision, convenience, and your game has to be strong. You have to know what you're doing. You really have to be an expert, like totally fucking on point with what you're doing. And that client doesn't expect you to like hang around on their every beck and call because they're busy. It's not about the fact that, you know, you're going to be on Voxer 24/7. That's a $500 a month client that's going to want you on that Voxer 24/7 because they paid $500, which to them for a one-to-one was like, oh my God, somebody actually has that rate. Let me just grab that because it's like, holy fuck, I've been waiting all my life. And because they've been deprived of that need, like they wanted that one-to-one for so long, but nobody had it. And now somebody has it for $500, somebody that they like. So they're going to milk it because that need has been neglected. And if somebody's been neglected of a need, that need grows bigger and bigger. It's like a big black hole. And now you're going to fill that hole with your fucking discounted one-to-one. Like people say that people are needy. People are needy because their need hasn't been satisfied, right? So, hi, Tiffany. So if you have clients, right, who know that a one-to-one is normally, let's say, around a 5-figure or a high 4-figure range, let's just pretend, right? Because that's usually what it is. And you come out with a one-to-one that is lower, or let's say your particular industry and what you're doing is at a certain range and you're at the bottom of that range, you're going to have the clients who are grasping for that one-to-one you're selling because that is the most affordable price, and they have that need for that one-to-one that they could never fulfill because it was too expensive, but here you are, the savior with the low price. So they're going to grab onto that. And the need that has been ignored because they couldn't afford it is now suddenly being fulfilled by you. So you're going to take the slack. You're going to pick up the slack for the deprived need of that client because you agreed to it by creating a shitty price and probably overgiving a fuck ton, because if you're willing to discount yourself and discount your time, then you probably are also willing to super over deliver. So you're probably giving them a lot of access, a lot of shit that you're going to do, a lot of extras, trimmings, you're stuffing the turkey for Thanksgiving, like double stuffing, triple fucking gravy, mashed potatoes, peas, and all the shit. Like just green beans sticking out the fucking butt. Like you're doing all of it. And a lot of people are like the shitty client, but the client just bought the offer that you had. The offer was available because you made it available and you priced it, you created it, you put it out on the market. The client said yes. They didn't force you to create the offer. They didn't force you to make the price the way that it was. You probably agreed to an extended payment plan because you're such a fucking Jesus Christ of the digital world, and here we are. And this happens to women who are at the beginning of their journey, who are making $50,000 months, and women who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month. This happens to all of us because we have been conditioned to nurture, because we are women. Nurturing, kind, lovely, fucking good-hearted women who get fucked because we want to save the world. But that's not how we do it. We don't do it one needy, deprived client at a time, because it's going to very much deprive you of the energy and life force you need to grow your business. So how do we not do that? Well, number one, you need to raise your price, because pricing is a strategy, right? Pricing is not determining your worth. Pricing is a positioning strategy. So if I know that I want a client who has the money to pay for the transformation that I'm offering, and a client who's comfortable in their financial situation, then I am going to price my product at a level where I know that that client is in a good financial position. So if I'm selling a one-to-one, I'm going to price it at a level where I feel that I'm getting the amount of money that I need to have enough space in my calendar so that I'm not piling on the client calls, and also the amount of money I know that I deserve for the work that I'm doing, because I have the experience, because I have the know-how, because I have all the things lined up, because I'm fucking good at what I do. So I'm not going below a certain price, and I don't give a fuck. If it takes 6 months to sell it, I don't care. The price is the price. There's no extended payment plans. There's no exceptions. There's no settling for anything. There's no adding shit. There's no subtracting shit. There's no changing the offer. If somebody comes to me and says, well, what if we just didn't do this? And no. We do what I say we do, because this is my coaching container and this is what I have decided. If you don't like it, you can go find someone else. Creating from power, charging from power, deciding from power. Don't like it. There's tons of coaches out there, right? And when you price it at a certain level, and there's certain price levels, right? What we talk about in my mastermind, what we talk about in my one-to-one is like getting in on the pricing levels. There's certain pricing ranges in the coaching industry. And if you get into that pricing range, you know that you're going to attract a certain type of client. And you stick to it. Because if you go below that, you're going to attract clients who are just not a good fit. And it's just like, it's statistics. When you're in it for long enough, you just kind of understand that, right? Charging below your means, charging below what you know you need to be making, charging below a certain level isn't being nice to people so you're affordable. It's fucking your business. It's attracting the wrong client. They will not get results because they're going to be trying to lead the container instead of you. They're going to be unhappy with everything you do because they will know better. They're going to be acting from scarcity because the investment is going to be too big anyway, but the lowest they can get, so they will jump on it most of the time. There's going to be so much complexity and unhealthy shit in that dynamic that is going to drive it to the ground. There's going to be resentment. And nobody wins. You don't grow from the experience. You're tired as fuck. You can't focus on your work. They are not getting results. It is not worth the money, any money at all, right? Pricing prevents you from that. Pricing is a strategy. Pricing is a strategy. Pricing is a strategy. It's a positioning tool. It's a repel, attract tool in your business. It is not a tool to show the world what a badass you are because you have a high price. It is not a tool to make yourself look like a cheap coach. Well, nobody wants that, but like, it's not going to make you look like a cheap coach. There's some things that are meant to be cheaper and some things that are meant to be expensive because that's the way that it is. You have a portfolio that has cheaper and more expensive shit. It's business. That's all it is. It's not personal. It doesn't reflect who you are, what you are, and whether you're cheap or expensive. You are invaluable. You are priceless. Okay? That was the word I was looking for. Now, masterminds. The biggest mistake people make with masterminds. Non-stop 24/7 access group chat where you spend all day coaching so your clients have no time to process or integrate or implement the actual work because you feel like you owe them their time. Your time, not their time. But it's not daycare. It's a business, and nobody needs access 24/7 to another human being because you're not a fucking hospital, right? So a lot of the time I see that people feel like it's either one extreme or the other. It's either support coaches and like VAs and like all these other people who are running their fucking programs, or it's them 24/7 in groups with women just talking to them all day long. And it's like, why? Why do you need 24/7 access? My mastermind doesn't have 24/7 access to me. In fact, There isn't a Voxer chat in my mastermind because I don't feel there's a need for a Voxer chat in a mastermind. It's this thing where it's like, there needs to be a Voxer chat. No, there doesn't. What the fuck are we going to do in a Voxer chat? You're going to chat your fucking days away, and the results don't come from chatting. The results come from doing the fucking work. If you did more shit in your business, if you actually implemented the stuff you keep talking about, you would have so much more money in your account. If you actually did the things you wish would happen for you, if you did the things that led to that, so much more money in your bank account. We talk on bi-weekly calls. We talk during Voxer check-in hours. We have office hours every week, once a week. And that's a whole day where you can talk to me, ask me anything. We have a Facebook group. You can tag me. Tag me whenever you need to fucking check in and ask a question. I'm there, but we're not chatting. We're not wasting time. I've been in masterminds where there was a chat and I was sitting there all day fucking long chatting, doing nothing at all. Right? So I don't believe you need to be there. Like, how do you go on vacation with a 24/7 chat? Like, how do you do that? How do you how do you get sick? Do you have to keep saying, oh, sorry guys, like I can't chat with you today because I'm sick. I had diarrhea and I just can't chat on the fucking toilet. It's just too loud. You don't need to create shit like this in your business. Your business is not a hospital where you have to tend to fucking little entrepreneurs who cannot be on their own because they have to chat all the time with their coach. Like, no, that's codependency. That's bullshit. And who do you think it's going to attract? Who do you think is going to love being in a 24/7 access chat group? People who are codependent, who need validation, who need a yes from you or a no from you to move on with their business, move on with their relationship, move on with whatever the fuck you're teaching, because that's who wants that. If I see a 24/7 Voxer chat in a mastermind, I'm going to be like, no thanks. I don't want to be there. It's intimidating, overwhelming. I don't want that. But I'm one of those people who's like, I'm going to pop in once a week, ask my mentor 3 questions, maybe once in 2 weeks, depending on what I'm doing in my business. And I'm going to be out working, living life, watching Netflix because I'm currently watching Gossip Girl. I'm so into that right now. And like doing my other stuff like family, my son, like going into nature, shopping online, going to Korea, like doing things. I don't want to be fucking stuck on a phone. And if you have this mindset that you have to keep giving, the more you charge, you have to keep giving. There has to be so many touch points with you. What are you doing? Just because everybody else on the internet is like, there's going to be a group chat and a Voxer chat and 5 live retreats. And there's also going to be 5 one-to-ones with me. And then there's going to be like 5 one-to-ones with my energetic healer. And like, what are you doing? Intentionally think about what your client actually needs from you. Don't stuff the offer because you think that giving more validates the price tag. What do they need? Because guess what? A lot of clients don't buy because they're overwhelmed with the amount of shit in the offer. They look at the offer, they're like, I don't have time to do all this shit. There's so much. Is this what I need to do to actually get the result? Fuck it. I don't want all of this. My mastermind offer is very simple. There's bi-weekly calls. The group is very small, so you have time to talk to me. There's weekly Voxer check-in. I have a whole day open for you. Pop in, pop out, ask me whatever the fuck you want. There's a Facebook group. If any time in between there's something you want to ask. I give you feedback on your content. So if you want to send me a post or a sales page or whatever, send it. But you can send one a week because I am not fucking sitting all week long checking shit. That's not happening. You don't need to do that. You can send one where you feel like you need my feedback. Messaging, pricing, offer, you want me to look at it? Great, let's see. But I'm not sitting checking homework all day fucking long. You don't need that. You're independent, you're good. But if you need some support, I'm here for you. And you get a full business makeover because that's what you need the most. That's what people need the most. They need someone to sit with them and go through their entire business fucking step by step and be like, okay, your offers, your messaging, your positioning, your marketing, your launches, your prices, your mindset, what the fuck do you want? Where are we changing shit? And I write it up for them. Like I literally write it up in a Google Doc. I do a walkthrough, I record it. You get your written strategy with like a screen share from Loom. I walk you through every step. It's consulted with you. and you get to keep it, and it evolves over time, and we obviously in the mastermind work through it, but like that's the biggest fucking like big dick thing. Like that's the most important thing. So you enter a space where you enter knowing what you're doing. It's intentional. You don't need to sit and chat with me. You're entering my space as my client with a plan for the future, and then we just work on it, and it evolves, and you consult with me, and you keep implementing, and you get results. Intentionality is everything. That's the most important part of your business, of your growth, of your upgrade. Intentionality. Somebody who's going to look at your shit and be like, okay, this and this needs to change, this needs to go, this, how do you feel about that? No? Okay, let's go back. Which part do you want to keep? Which part do you want? You need personalized, intentional choices that lead to your goal, the one that you want. And then you just need to stick to it and keep going. It is that simple. And so many of you are probably sitting there with patchwork businesses where one person said this, okay, I'm going to do it. Another said this, okay, I'm going to do it. And it's like a business that's like a fucking patchwork myriad of shit that is not yours. And then you wonder, why am I not making 50K months or 100K months or 70K months? Because this is not your business. It's a bunch of businesses stuck together that don't really make sense for you, and you're kind of not aligned, but you're kind of scared to change it, and nobody's actually looking at your business. They're just telling you, take this and just shove it up your fucking business, and it's gonna work. It's not. Okay, a few more and we're done. Like, I know I have so many things to say about this. Like, this is my fucking playground, but I know that you guys are busy, so I'm wrapping up really quickly, but I just want to say group programs and low ticket because I want to give you as many examples as possible. So creating group programs and live courses, right? You probably have done those for sure, where people have one-to-one access to you. And I've seen this so many times. I've done this. I'm guilty of this. For a price of a group course. Who's done this? It's a group course for a reason, guys. Like, you have a separate one-to-one, intensive, mastermind, whatever. Giving your one-to-one time to people who paid for a group container is like fucking over your one-to-one clients, your mastermind clients, because they paid for that one-to-one time. And now you're giving it to people in a group because you feel bad, because you want to help everyone, because it's easier to just message them privately, especially if you know them well, especially if they're like long-term clients. Maybe they took a one-to-one once before and now like they're in your group program and you just want to be like helpful. No, boundaries, right? Don't feel obligated. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel like you have to do that. You have to set a standard. You're available in a group setting if it's a group setting. If it's a one-to-one, it's a one-to-one, and you're available one-to-one. But don't set a standard that somebody comes into a group and then they expect one-to-one treatment, because one-to-one treatment costs like a one-to-one, not like a group. And a lot of people get this mixed up, and then you're like, why am I so exhausted? I hate my group programs. Because you're treating certain people like they're one-to-ones in a group. And other people in the group are seeing that, and they're like, why is she getting special treatment? I want special treatment. So then more people expect it, and then you're exhausted because, well, you can't say no to that person. And then everybody sees it, and now suddenly everyone's asking you super long-ass questions, and you're answering everybody, and you're like, oh my God, when does this end? It ends when you set the boundary. Like everything in life and business, right? Low ticket programs that solve 101 problems, right? So you create an extensive online course and it parades as a low ticket program when it's actually just $27. And that's not a good strategy, because a low ticket program, a $27 program, $47 program actually should, and I don't like to use that word, but you know, it works best when it solves one specific problem, right? Quick win. If it's a 9-module course with 10 bonuses, you're pricing it like a low ticket item, but it's actually a full course, right? And when you overgive and undercharge on a massive scale, you make it so hard for yourself to get results. Because one great packed with value training they will get you so much more than a 9-module $27 course. And here's why. One training for $27, right, that gets the job done, attracts a totally different type of client further into your business, further into your portfolio, than a $27 program with 9 modules. Because a high ticket, high caliber, advanced client, they will buy a $27 program to see what you're like. They're going to check you out. They're going to look at how you teach. They're going to look at how you explain things, how your brain works, what your perception of the topics that you teach on, the industry, your approach, your methodology. They're going to check you out. And if you're doing 9 modules, they're not going to have time. They're going to be like, oh, this is like so watered down. Like there's just too much. They're going to be like, fuck this shit. No time, overwhelming, bye. Like this is not happening. If you have a very specific $27, like bam, bam, bam training, 45 minutes, max 30 minutes, right? Very precise. We talked about precision before with high level, high caliber, wealthy clients. That solves a problem spot on. And it really showcases how quick you are, what a problem solver you are, how good you are, what you do. And it really is focused to the point. That wealthy, fucking awesome client is going to go straight to your inbox and be like, do you do one-to-one? If yes, can I have a link? I love the training. I want to work with you. Because a lot of wealthy clients have that consumer journey from 27, 47, 97, whatever your low ticket program is, training, workshop. They look at that, check you out, feel out your vibe, feel out who you are, and then from that go straight to 20K, 50K, whatever, right? If they're not a referral. So when you put the wrong price tag on the wrong offer, you're going to fill the offer with the wrong clients, because guess what? If the $27 offer is a 9-module course, who's coming for that offer? The bargain hunter. Because you're going to be like, holy fuck, 9 modules for $27. That is so amazing. They're going to buy that offer and they're going to sit on that offer for 12 months, never buy anything from you again, because they have those 9 modules and they're going to go through them, but they keep procrastinating because they never should get shit done. Because they're the kind of client who's going to collect bargains and they're going to keep buying them, but they're never going to go through them. So they're never going to grow, never going to make money. They're just going to keep buying bargains. So they're never going to pay you more. And I'm not saying it's a bad client. It's just a lower overall value. Lifetime value of that client, low. Lifetime value of client number 1, if you did this correctly, massive. Big value. I've got clients who have entered my world through $97 offers whose lifetime value exceeds $100,000, $150,000 for one client from a $97 offer. This consumer journey is legit, but you have to do it right. It has to be focused, quick, like bam, bam, bam. You're solving problems, okay? So the clients who were ready to pay the adequate rate, like the adequate rate, $27, it's short. $97, it's short. It's not meant to be big. They know that it shouldn't look like the way you've made it. This goes for every single offer. If you're charging $2,000 for a course that should be fucking $5,000, if you're charging for a one-to-one, you're charging $5K, but it should be $15,000. The client who knows the value, they're advanced, they know their shit, they look at what you're doing and they know you're undercharging, they're not going to buy it. Because they don't want to work with someone who doesn't understand their value. Because that's not the energy or the vibe they want to be in. That's not expansive for them. That's not who they want to work with, okay? People who are serious about investing do not hunt for bargains. They are excited to pay high rates. In fact, they will not commit to you if you are not charging enough, because it's too low of an investment for them to feel like it's a commitment. If you are not charging enough, they may pay you because they like you, and they may pay you because it's like a spur of the moment thing. But to some people, $20,000, $50,000 is like $500 to you. And they may pay you that and then not really show up so much, because it's like, it's not enough of a commitment. And it may blow your mind, but understanding that really changes the game. Charge more, because some people need more of a commitment to really fucking show up. Just like, you know, that if you create a live offer at $97, not a lot of people are going to commit to show up regularly for that. But if you make it $597, more people will. It's just the way that it is. So there's people in your audience who are ready to pay for the investment, the commitment, the work that you're doing. They are ready for the offers that you want to put out there. They're ready for the prices that you want to charge. They are ready for the things that you have inside of you right now. Like, you're holding on to those things, and every single one of you has an offer in mind, a price in mind that you want to raise, a message in mind that you want to go towards and pivot towards, a business model in mind that you want to kind of turn towards. There's changes in your mind, an audience in mind that you kind of want to move towards a little bit, a program or a mastermind that you've been thinking about launching and you kind of really want to do it, but you're not. There's things you've been sitting on. And you know that if you actually went all in, it would impact your business in a way that, fuck me, it would just, you know it, you feel it, like it would be that next level. It would be the next level income, the next level lifestyle, the next level recurring. Like, people would actually, you think people would actually invite you to a ton of podcasts. You'd probably speak on a stage. Your Q4 would probably be the biggest Q4 you've ever seen. Like, you have a feeling like it's happening. But there's a question, right? Like, is that gonna be a good decision? Because there's a lot at stake for you. Like, you don't want to lose the business you've got. You don't want it to be the wrong decision. Like, you don't want to be disappointed. That would hurt because you're really excited about it. So here's the thing. Let me tell you, like, there are people who are ready to pay for it. There are people who are ready to enroll in that. There are people, and I'm not just saying that. Like, I've seen enough people make pivots and changes, and I've made enough pivots and changes to know that there are people waiting and ready to enroll, to pay that, to go and follow you where you want to go. And that's what I want to leave you with. If you have any questions for me, drop them in the comments. Tomorrow we're talking about messaging and calling in those right clients. What kind of messaging calls in the wrong clients for you? What kind of messaging calls in the right clients for you? The whole messaging thing, all of it. I'm pretty tired. It's been a long day. But you know what I mean with messaging. You're all tinkering with it 24/7 every day for years. So we're going to talk about all the things that you do, all the things that are good and bad and ugly about messaging, and the things it does with our business. So we're going to dive in. Thank you so much for being here. I do hope this was helpful. And again, if you have any questions for me, if you want to dive into your specific things with offers, drop them. I will go over them. Thanks for being here. Same time, same place tomorrow for messaging. Thank you again for showing up, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.